Hi everybody, welcome to my channel Frugalisama. My name's Sam and this is where I talk about all things sewing, and this is the next video in my Vlogmas with a twist. I'm a bit late with these, unfortunately. I've not had time to record, so I'm going to do 3 in 1 this time, and this is where I'm looking at how we as people who sew or craft can be a little bit more sustainable in our Christmas. So I'm on to H, which is H for homemade, and obviously this is where we come into our own as people who sew or craft. I think great opportunity to use our skills to make something really special, maybe personalise it, by which I mean either put people's names on, or cater something to something exactly that they like, so you don't have to be stuck with a colour or something that doesn't fit. So that's a great way with sewing to make something that's homemade and personalised. Or it could have the name in or a label. I did a video how to make your own labels where you can put a personal label in, or you can buy them that's quite personal as well. But it doesn't have to be sewing. If you're a proficient baker, you could bake them something, you could knit them something, and it doesn't have to cost anything. Maybe write a nice poem or a drawing if that's your talent. I would say homemade does come with one caveat, and that is to make sure that the recipient actually appreciates what you're making for them. I tend now to ask people what they want, what they want me to make them, rather than just randomly make them things. I've been bitten in the past where you find out that they don't actually appreciate it, so make sure that they appreciate and like what you're making them. Not everybody likes fig jam, for example, and I'm just thinking back to sort of jumpers back in the 70s that were knitted by well-meaning relatives that were either too big, too small, funny colour, or really too scratchy to wear. So the other H is hats. As you can see here, I've been working on it's a crown really, it's a bit of a cheat, but yeah, I mentioned before about making your own Christmas crackers. So I spent a couple of hours this afternoon, far more time than I should have done really, making a little hat or crown. I don't know if you can see the embossing on there. These are the free pattern by Waves and Wild, and I was going to come on here and tell you what a simple make it was, but I felt the hours my life ebbing away making this, to be quite honest. It's quite fiddly turning through. So if I was to make this again, I will tell you what the good bits are about it. It comes in sizes for babies, toddlers, small child, a small adult and a large adult. So I think you've got 4 sizes. You've got the option to put ties at the back, or Velcro, or elastic. I've gone for elastic because I can't be doing faffing about tying with things at the back, and Velcro in my hair's not appealing neither. So I've done the elastic at the back. The difficult bit is turning it through. You've got a really, really narrow gap there, turning it through. This is a toddler's size, and obviously the larger ones might not be quite so awkward. So what I would do in future is just leave all of that bottom end unsewn and then turn and sew it, because you're top stitching around it anyway. And I've just used a fabric sample for this. This is a load of fabric samples that I got for about £2. I got about 20 odd, and you can see this lovely, it's got like a metallic going through it with a bit of embossing on it, and I keep saving these for best. And every time I pick them up, it's too nice to use, and I think this is a good use of it because it'll come out every year. Obviously it won't fit Alice next year, but it might fit her little sister because we've got another one on its way. So that's H. So on to I now. And for I thought I'd talk about incremental steps and how not to overwhelm yourself with trying to do everything at once. As an example, I haven't, it's only this year that I've decided to make the crackers and the crowns, for example. To be fair, I've had lots left over from previous years, or my mum will bring some over or whatever. But I've been meaning to do these reusable crackers every year. So this is the year that I've used these. Last year was the first time that I've said to my family and friends that I'm not going to be sending so many cards out this time. I still send them to special people, but for people that I see on a regular basis or people that live in the same house, you know, I've cut those out. So even if you cut down your cards by 50%, that's better than nothing, isn't it? So yeah, wrapping paper, that's something that I introduced a couple of years ago. Before then I used wrapping paper the same as everybody else, but the more you know, the more you can do. My advice is don't try and do everything at once, just do little baby steps, little incremental steps. People don't particularly like you preaching to them at Christmas neither. And I don't think Christmas is the time to be evangelical about it. And I personally don't like confrontation either, so if you just add little bits each year, people won't even notice. If you want to go all in, but that's been my experience, is that just little bits so that I don't get overwhelmed. And then J is J for jumpers. Now, I touched on Christmas jumpers when I was talking about fabric choice, so I won't repeat all the statistics that I repeated about how little usage that they get. But I thought it was really nice, the conversations that were going in the comments when I was talking about that, how some people just don't like them, a bit like me, or some people have just had the same one for years and years. Lots of people have said that they really enjoy wearing their festive jumpers, and they do swaps within the family, which is brilliant. I thought that was really nice, some really nice ideas. And there are some really nice initiatives, like little craft schools and things like that, little initiatives throughout the community whereby they're showing you how to upcycle a jumper as well. I really like the idea of maybe sort of felt snowflakes or mistletoe or something like that sewn onto a red jumper, and then you can, if it's just basted on, then you can take it off and wear the red jumper or whatever colour jumper you like. Other colours are available. I really like that idea, so that you can use it again. Christmas jumpers don't have to be wasteful, they can become a tradition in themselves. You know, you could just do something with your family whereby you decorate the same jumper every year but a bit differently. So that's me catching up with H, I and J today. I will be back with another couple of letters tomorrow, and hopefully I can catch up with these. So let me know what your favourite handmade or homemade gift has been below, and what incremental steps that you're going to introduce this year as well. So thank you so much for watching. I shall speak to you later. Bye.